having that information, if silver follows its previous patterns, what can we expect for the rest of 2026? Hey everyone, it's Kingdom Silver here. Thank you so much for checking out the channel. Let's dive right in. And today I wanted to continue the topic that we had been talking about in our last video, in which we were discussing the seasonality of silver, and we were looking at a couple of websites. We were looking at forecaster.biz, and then we were looking at as well Investing Haven, who had done some research on the seasonality and trends in silver. And again, while no one knows for sure what's going to be happening with precious metals, what we were trying to do is say, hey, is there any patterns that we can pick up as stackers, as investors, that we can then use to help us maybe time our purchases better, maybe just keep ourselves sane, right, with all of these crazy price fluctuations on what we can expect going forward. So we were covering kind of the short term of, hey, the big drop in June that we saw, and then what we might be expecting in the third quarter, which is, again, not a price prediction because we don't know for sure. In that, it was suggesting, hey, you typically see silver recover in the months from July to September. But what I wanted to do today is compare, how has this year then, from the information that we're seeing between these two websites, what, in looking at these seasonality patterns over the last so many years, does the pattern of what we have seen this year so far, again, through June, fit? So again, let's talk first with Investing Haven, and we're going to look at this price trend over the last 52 years, right? We're going to look at a pretty broad range, and we're going to go month by month, or at least quarter by quarter, and compare what silver seasonality has done and how that compares to this year. So as this article points out, typically you see a rising trend from January to March on average, right? Again, over 52 years. Typically, you see January moving forward and a peak in March. Then, as we talked a little bit about last time, April, May, June, you typically see some mid-year weakness. You'll see a recovery and a peak from July to September, and then stability from October to December, right? Again, this is over a 52-year span. So let's dive in even further, and we're going to go to Forecaster Biz, who breaks this down by month. And again, they're looking at a shorter frame. Again, as I mentioned there before, this article, this information came out as of in March of 2025. So it's a little bit dated, but I think it's a good comparison. So again, they're looking at the last 5, 7, and 10 years. And what they've seen in that period of time is usually January is kind of a mixed performance. February, you're seeing a lot of bearish sentiment. March, slight recovery. April, historically bullish. May, an uptrend continuing. June, absolute terrible month, right, as we learned from the last video for silver, does terribly. July, a little bit of a recovery. The long positions are succeeding. August, historically very strong month for the precious metals. September, the bullish trend continues. October to November, we see a lot of volatility. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is around the time in 2025, right, that we saw silver breaking some of those highs, right? Its previous highs. And then in December, typically a bearish close. So again, we're going a little fast here. I'm going to have the links in the articles below in the description of this video, so that you can take a look at it, do the research. And also, if this is the kind of thing that you're interested in, please let me know. I'm happy to do more of it. I want to try and get content out there that's helpful for you guys. And again, we're not predicting prices. We're just looking at the seasonality. And again, I love looking at patterns. And that's honestly what got me into precious metals in the future. So I kind of geek out about this stuff. What is the patterns, and can we apply those patterns to this year? So again, let's take this information. Let's see if 2026 stacks up, pun intended, with what we're seeing in the precious metals. So I did the math here. What I did is I took the prices from January, the start of the month, the first trade date, right, to the last trade date of the month and just compared what the price change was. So January, let's start with that. What are we seeing? Well, according to Forecaster Biz, typically it's a mixed performance month. Well, this month in January 2026, it was the most successful in silver that we've seen in a long time. The price started at $72.96. It ended the month at $102.06. Man, that feels like such a long time ago, right? With silver prices right now around $59. That was a 40% increase in the price of silver, and it was even higher than that, right? We saw it get up to 121. So that one, mixed performance, yes, it goes up and down. You could argue, yes, maybe that follows the pattern. No, it doesn't. I'll let you make up your mind there. February, right? February, typically a bearish sentiment. We saw this, right? Not a huge bearish sentiment, but silver went down 5.8% on February 2026. It went from 94.47 to 89.02. Let's talk about March. March is typically a month where we see a slight recovery. This in March. All right, this is the first part where you can say, hey, we definitely are not following the trend this year. Silver went down quite a lot. It went from 89.10 to 74.81, a 19.4% decrease. April, typically a bullish month. We did see this. Now, again, slight bull move, but in April, it went from 72.91 to 73.84, a 1.3% increase in the price of silver. May, typically another bullish month for silver, 74.33. It went from that to 75.67, a 1.8% increase month over month, right? So we're following the trend there. And then June, as we all know, terrible month, the worst month of silver we've had so far. And as we've seen on the charts, extremely bearish month, right? It went from 75.38 to 59.26, a 21.4% decrease in the price of silver. So let's look at all those months. How many did we hit? How many did we not hit? Well, at least just going off of what we're seeing in the seasonality, silver at a minimum hit 4 out of 6 of those for sure. You could argue 5 out of 6 in that January is kind of a mixed month, a volatile month. So depending upon whether you're being the letter of the law or the spirit of the law, you could say that for 2026, we followed the seasonality and price patterns of silver either 4 out of 6 months or 5 out of 6 months. That's pretty good, ladies and gentlemen, as far as looking at patterns and seasonality. So again, having that information, if silver follows its previous patterns, what can we expect for the rest of 2026? And what can we expect, again, this hopefully trying to be evergreen content, what can you expect typically in the price of silver long term? Well, as we've seen in Forecaster Biz, July, August, September, typically very bullish months. July's kind of in that, hey, still kind of recovering from the doldrums of June, so sometimes it can be a little mixed to bullish, but August, September, typically very, very bullish months. October to November, extremely volatile, right? We saw that last October 2025 with the price of the precious metals, and then in December, typically it's a bearish close. And then comparing that with what we're seeing in the seasonal price trends from Investing Haven, very similar. They're saying a recovery and a peak from July to September and stability from October to December overall, right, from a quarter perspective. So again, I hope this is helpful. I think it's just interesting to see, is silver following the price trends that we would expect? And in the comments, I would love to hear from you. What do you think of this analysis? Do you find it helpful? Do you find that, hey, this isn't, I don't trust the information? I do trust the information. I want to hear more about it in the comments. And I hope that this research is helpful to you. And if you want more of this on the channel, just let me know. I will try and prioritize that. So with that, we're going to end the video today. Thank you so much for watching it. If you haven't already, would appreciate a like, a comment, a subscribe to the channel. It helps me out. Hype, right? That's a new thing. It helps me out, but more importantly, it gets the word out, ladies and gentlemen, about the precious metals to those that don't know about it. With that, ladies and gentlemen, be blessed. Be a blessing to others. We'll see you later.